Good evening, and this is Ginni Saraswati back on Bent TV. Thank you for inviting me into your living rooms or your bedrooms or whatever room that you're watching Bent TV in. Thank you for inviting me in there. Might be a little creepy. I'm joined by three lovely ladies here. To my right, Kim McInnes, and to my left, Emma Dawson and Jessica Glover. Ladies, we want to discuss the big issues here, dating. Now, not all of us are single, not all of us are married, not all of us are taken, some of us are in between. But dating, with all the social media that's out there nowadays, the apps that's out there, the way that we access and I guess digest dating information has changed and evolved over the past 20 years. What do you reckon? I think for me, when I look at dating as such, I don't really do the app thing, but I know, it's a very popular thing these days with the men and the women interacting, or the men and the men, or the women and the women. But it's one of those things that I think, dating, is it really killing romance, the apps at the moment? Social media, is it killing romance? Is there no mystery left? No courting? What do you think?
I tend to think maybe.
Yeah.
I've done both. I've been on Oasis. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention that, but I've been on Oasis, and for me, it was nice to sort of just have someone to talk to, but I found that there was so much emptiness to the conversation, even if I tried to bring some depth into it. But I think I'd prefer to know someone previously, maybe not very well, but have met them in person already, and then if I need to have conversations with them on the line, then that's fine.
Do you think, Emma, from your position, being a single mum, do you think that's why you're turning to online dating, because you're time poor in that sense?
Initially, yeah.
Yeah, because it's very hard for you to kind of do what I guess your standard single person does, goes out to social events and that, because you've got the responsibility of a child. Do you think that's what gravitates you more towards the online sites and the apps and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it did initially, and then I tried it for maybe a week, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. Not for me. So then I thought, well, I don't really need to find anyone. They'll come to me when I'm ready or when they're ready.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've been on the apps for a little while, and to me, it's like modern day pen pal.
It's true though, isn't it?
There's something that's not special about meeting someone like that. I find the traditional way, getting to know someone and just catching their eye is just so much more powerful. Yeah. And then, especially when you've known someone for a while and you've been able to build this great relationship with them that's just a friendship and then it blossoms. I mean, that's my ideal scenario. But then there's just some magic that's just not there when you're meeting people by swiping.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
I don't know, I think I've had a little bit of a different experience. So I met my partner using an online dating app, and I think that, the whole courting and dating thing still applies, because the app is like the platform for you guys to connect and start chatting and get to know each other. But then in my experience, it was dates that followed after that. So like the romance still was there.
Yeah. So that's good.
And I think also in this day and age, it's so difficult to meet people out these days, because no one wants to approach you, or I don't know, I think that...
Well, everyone's drunk and it's just...
Yeah, it's hard to make a conversation.
I hate having to meet people when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Because you like everyone when you're drunk. 'Cause you're drunk.
No discrimination, right? Love everyone.
Yeah, I'd much rather meet people doing something I enjoy. But you're right, it doesn't happen. And especially, I know with me, I'm so busy with my work that at the end of the week, I don't always want to go out and meet people because I'm absolutely knackered. So, to be able to just have a look and see if you sort of align with someone it's kind of cool if it evolves, and it does in some cases.
Well, in your case, Jess, I think it's great because I think yours is an example of someone who was looking for that connection. Yeah. I think I was reading a few articles, a lot of people sometimes go on apps, some people go on apps to look for, I guess, the serial dater type, which that wasn't what your situation was. You were looking for that long-term commitment, as was your love counterpart as well. But I think those who are not so much looking for love, they're kind of part of that hookup generation, because I was reading an article too that hookups are now higher than they've ever been, because these apps kind of allow that platform to explore each other sexually a lot more, I guess, freely than they did 20 years ago.
I think a lot of people use those apps for that purpose.
Yeah.
And I think another one is, and I've just realised that's what I was doing. I was bored. I just wanted to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not necessarily because I wanted to find a long-term commitment, although that would have been cool if it eventuated into that. But it was never for the hookup purposes. So
Yeah.
there's 3 different ways maybe.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask you, Jess, as the representative for the pro app, they do actually work. One thing that gets me on apps is the photos. Now, did your partner look like the photos that she put up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sometimes, like, I see photos of people, I'm like, do you really look like that? Do you really look like Angelina Jolie? Do you really have those lips? Because, you know, you think.
Yeah.
Because do you kind of get to that skepticism where you're like, okay, if they look like this, why are they on an app or why are they talking to me? It kind of gets that introspective thing going.
Yeah.
Do you find that? It gets that inner dialogue going if they look like this way or they are putting up posters like this. You kind of judge them straight away or you make judgments on yourself based on what's reflected at you. Do you find that? Like if you find, for instance, a topless guy and you're like, okay, what a douche.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a girl in a bra, you're like, okay, what
Yeah.
a douche. You know? Do you find that?
You're pretty. You can put your douche detector on.
Yeah,
Definitely,
The douche
depending
star.
on the photos. I swiped once with a dude and it was just like, ugh. I was like, should I? He's got no top on. That means he's a douche. And we spoke on the phone, and
He was a douche?
yeah. And then on the flip side, this girl was on there. Gorgeous, stunning. I was like, how is she on here? She's practically like a model. And we started having a conversation and then she just disappeared. I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Did I say something wrong? So yeah,
Maybe it was Angelina.
it might have been.
She had to tend to
I
one of
think
her
I think I
kids.
was onto it, so she had to get off.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Kimmy's
Yeah.
on to me, Kimmy's on to me. That's really interesting. That's true. I think the douche star is quite alert when you are looking at this douche star. I've coined a phrase now.
But there
That's
is
brilliant.
also the times where people don't have photos. Like from myself, when I first joined up to Oasis, I didn't put up any photos. And maybe within half an hour, I had 50 requests, and I was like,
For
okay.
photo?
50
Just
requests just to
chat.
To chat.
Yeah.
Wow.
With no photo.
That kind of, I don't know, sometimes there's that skepticism as well about photos too. You're like, oh, they don't put a photo up.
Yeah,
What's
well,
going on?
That's
Yeah,
how I
that
feel.
feels
Like, if I
bad.
don't see photo,
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
The dating revolution, it's all happening as long as you're one of those fish swimming in the sea. I hope you're getting your jollies. This is Ginny signing off on Bent TV.